I want to say a special welcome to all of you to Dennery South. I must say that I have been wondering why, for the second time, when we have Town Hall Tuesday, Dennery has been the first constituency to be selected. And I want to ask the Prime Minister to tell us when he's going to speak, why is Dennery so important to start off with our Town Hall Tuesdays? But I want to say I am proud, since I became the Minister for Agriculture, to be part of an excellent team of members of cabinet led by the Prime Minister. Since July 2021, our government, this government led by the Prime Minister, Honorable Philip J. Pierre, has delivered to the people of St. Lucia. And I know we will continue to deliver on our promises made, because this government is a government about putting people first. And we've demonstrated that as a government since we came in 2021. But having listened to the Minister for Health spoke about his sector, and the Minister for Education, where he focused on education, my role today will be to let the people of Dennery South know what has Alfred Prospere done in the last 3.5 years. And of course, I will touch a little on my ministry, the Ministry of Agriculture. C'est Jean tout partout a dit, yo poko wè ki sa ki Jean fait at Dennery South. And you know, when that is being said, it is being said by members of the other side. And that is only to discourage you, the supporters of the St. Lucia Labour Party, and more specifically, the Dennery South constituents. But I want to assure you that whenever the Prime Minister calls the next general election, Dennery South will remain in this government. I want to assure you that. I want to assure you, for those who may be concerned and are hearing all the talk, I want to say again, have no fear, because Dennery South will remain with Labour anytime the next general election is called. So I want to ask you to focus your attention to the screen. And you see this man with this nice smile? The people of Dennery South love him. Love him. So I want to just turn your attention to just have a look at some of the achievements for Dennery South. And I just want to ask Honorable Minister Sean Edward to just move a little, because, yes. Dennery South is known as the small constituency in St. Lucia. Our voter population is about 5,500, but we have numerous challenges in this constituency. And it stems from poverty, high unemployment, degradation of the, or deterioration of the public buildings, some bad roads, a number of challenges. And when I came in as the parliamentary rep, I thought it was necessary to take stock of some of those concerns and challenges that we face in Dennery. And I also had to look at the importance of the infrastructural component, but also the social aspects. So the persons who come for assistance, for burial, for medical, for education, for housing, and a number of other areas. I had to strike a balance as to which is more important. Which is more important? And on a Wednesday, when I'm in this constituency, and I sit in this small room with my constituents, no one knows what they discuss with me. No one knows what they discuss with me. But I find myself sometimes having to listen to some of their concerns. And some of the concerns, most of the concerns are genuine. And when I leave the office on a Wednesday, I have to take a decision as to whether I will focus on a road that I promised the people of Green Mountain or Lakai or Lime, or instead focus on whether I should work towards saving somebody's life. So when people speak and they say that Mawa ain't fed at Dennery South in terms of infrastructure, I am confident, I am proud that a lot of the social aspects with regards to this constituency, they are being addressed in a very, very, very good way by this parliamentary representative. Next slide. Next slide. No, you started. Come on, yes, go to the top now. You're going all the way back to the front. Go to the stand. It's small, but it's very effective. Dexter. And in terms, I just want to browse through it. When situations where people come to you and they ask for support, and just look at the burial assistance that we provide. A number of persons come to the constituency office and they ask for assistance with burying their loved ones, and we provide that level of support. Next slide. Domestic assistance to families, assistance with utility bills, small contracts, unblocking culverts, assistance with daycare fees, food supplies. Over 300 persons have benefited from this constituency, and that's under my CDP. Now, for those persons who think that we have a lot of CDP, we get an allocation every quarter, and we have to use it wisely. Wisely, and I'm seeing the PM watching. I have to be careful what I say, because he has this pen that if I say anything wrong, he might cut it or reduce my CDP, so I'll be careful what I say. School assistance, every year we get an allocation to assist parents with school supplies, payments for to purchase uniforms and shoes, etc. And just last year, we had over 200 persons who benefited from that. Medical assistance is something that, you have a number of persons who have to undergo surgery, they need a pair of glasses, they need to do a scan. We provide support to a number of persons in that area. Small infrastructure projects like road improvements. We know that for 15 years before we came into government, we had an MP, and whilst he did some work, but we still found ourselves having a number of tracks and footpaths that are just in a deplorable state. And I had to go in and ensure that we upgrade those facilities so that people can be more comfortable in terms of moving from their homes to wherever. And that is one that you saw that is next to the Dennery Preschool, going towards the Dennery Clinton Mason School. We just upgraded this footpath. This one is in Lakai, the nursery road in Lakai. This one is Green Mountain, sorry. This is the Green Mountain Road where Velda lives. And this road has been in a deplorable state. And just recently, we upgraded the road. I'm just showing you this so that you can see some of the areas that were in a very, very bad state. But we have done work to be able to improve those footpaths in those areas. And this is, for those persons who may not know, that is an area in La Pointe called Vietnam. They had a major drainage problem in that area, and very early we came in and we put in some drainage and drainage infrastructure to address the problem. That is the same area in Vietnam. The fishing port, I'm sure you would know, for many years, it has been in a very dilapidated state. And I believe, as the Minister of Agriculture, an infrastructure like that should not be in that state. And so we came in through my ministry and my CDP, and we did some major upgrades to this facility. So I want to just show you what it's like before and what it is like now. But you're going to see a short video of what has happened since we came into office. So this is where the stalls, the people purchase the fish and the fish cleaning is done. But in addition to what you see in there, we upgraded the drainage, we improved the lighting, we installed new areas for the moorings, for the packet of the boats, etc. And we are now in the process of fencing the entire facility. We are hoping that this contract or this work will start in the next few weeks. The Lakai Deka facility, that was built by the St. Lucia Labour Party in 1997. And for 15 years after, nothing was done to this facility. And so very early in 2022, I decided that where children go, you're talking about the future of our young people's education, and we did an upgrade to the tune of more than $200,000 to upgrade the Lakai Deke facility. Vending booths constructed along the high street, because we have a number of persons who are vending on the fishing port and in close proximity to the fishing port. So we constructed 3 vending booths, and in this year we are going to construct another 3 more vending booths to remove those persons who are illegally occupying lands near the fishing port, to be able to generate some economic activity in Dennery South. This is the cricket facility. We know the dilapidated state it was in, and we also did some work to upgrade it to make it more comfortable for the sporting persons when they. Recently, we just started work to improve our cemetery, because this is an important part of the community. This is where our loved ones are put to rest, and we are doing an upgrade of the facility. Now, this is what we found. Now, I know my minister, especially my Minister of Education, I will not tell you the joke that he's been making with regards to some of the houses that we are building in Denver. But this is what we found when I came in. Just imagine somebody staying in a galvanized house in the dry season, for someone to be staying in a house that is all galvanized. Just imagine the amount of heat in that area, these people will be experiencing. You know, all of that, this is what people were staying in. But we came in under the housing program, and we constructed nice, lovely houses for those persons. So under the housing program, we have really helped a number of persons, and what we did, we constructed some new buildings, but we also gave assistance in terms of materials like galvanized plywood, cement, and blocks to almost 100 persons in Dennery South under that program. Well, I don't want to go into all of those details, but I just wanted to give you a synopsis of what we've been doing so far. There is a lot more that was done that was not highlighted there, but I just want to say that a lot of the challenges, a lot of the issues with regards to housing, medical, and so on, we are actually dealing with those issues. So the fish fiesta, for those who used to come or knows the Saturday night fish fiesta on what we call the SAB, we've secured through the community tourism project a sum of 1.7 million EC dollars to upgrade the facility. 1.7 million EC dollars. Yeah, not CDP. And so we are waiting on approvals from health and environmental, engineering and electrical to really get this project started. I'm hoping that this project can start before March. And we can create a new ambience, a new, area that can really get people to come back to Dennery to enjoy what we have to offer on the tab. Go ahead. The multipurpose center. I know this is a major concern for our people in Dennery. And the Prime Minister that we have is a Prime Minister who cares, and he understands that. And I have been given the indication that the funds are available to commence work on the multipurpose center as soon as possible. I just want to end by saying that our government, the mantra has always been putting people first. And as a government, we have delivered on that, and we will continue to deliver in areas of agriculture, health, education, etc. But I just want to take you to my ministry. And when I was given this ministry, I was wondering why me. I kept wondering why me. But this Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Food Security and Rural Development is a very critical, very important ministry, because this is what had caused us to eat on a daily basis. But there were many challenges when I got into the ministry. But I must say, and I'm sure you will agree with me, that there has been no other government that has done so much for the Ministry of Agriculture, for the farmers and fishers of St. Lucia. We delivered on fertilizer, lime, farm labor, seeds, weedicides, water tanks, and a number of other support that we've given to our farmers. But unfortunately, something happened, and it is a it caused me to lose quite a bit of sleep, because July 17th, 2024, we made our first request in the US for a container of oil totaling 6,300 gallons of oil. That's in July 2024. On September 2026, under what we call the CIRC, a World Bank program, September 2024, sorry. And we made a request for 11 containers of the oil totaling $1,105,650. That was on September 26, 2024. And that oil is used to treat the black Sigatoka disease that you see in plantain and bananas. So when you drive along the highway and you see the banana leaves that are looking brown and yellow, it is because there is a fungus that actually attacks the leaves, and the oil is what we've been using for many years to control it. For the last 16 years, the Banana Management Unit has been importing the oil from the US, but this is the first time that such has happened. It usually takes, from the date that you place the order to arrival of the oil here, 6 weeks. But as I said, since September, we've made the request, and the oil, unfortunately, has not arrived. And the indication was that there were problems on the ports in the US, and there were problems with the boats and so on, and that caused an unfortunate, unexpected delay in getting the oil here. As minister, I immediately called the Minister of Agriculture in St. Vincent, who had some oil in storage. And as a result, we were able to get 1,500 gallons of that oil into St. Lucia on Saturday last week. And as of yesterday, all the oil was delivered to the farmers free of charge. But I want to say to all the farmers of St. Lucia who were affected, it is a very unfortunate situation. It is not one that any one of us would anticipate would happen. And we know and we understand how it can impact their income. We are hoping that the 12 containers will arrive in St. Lucia on Sunday. And if it does, and when it does, the entire 12 containers of oil will be given to farmers free of charge. Free of charge. Moi voulais dire, that problem là nous expériencer ça fait l'huile là qui t'a affecté ces farmers, farmers banane, farmers figue. Dat c'est un bagage nous pas anticiper qui t'a fait. Nous savons manière il affecté income because ça pas travail ou voulez ouais côté nous ba tellement support mais là il vient pour vendre figue là ou tenir pour couper figue là because il a mis les pieds. Moi savent ça a affecté l'argent de gagne tous les semaines. Mais moi voulais dire that l'année 12 containers l'huile qui a tout en pays tout de suite et toute sur l'île ça là nous kay bay pharmacie ici toutes ces l'huile ça là free of charge. Mais moi voulais aussi dire that moi content moi c'est part of a cabinet qui a chaque monde qui a expérience and I'm happy that we all work together to deal with the problems whenever they surface. And I want to call on on the farmers to let them know that we are concerned. It's a government that is concerned about our people. And I'm already in discussion with the Prime Minister, the Minister of Finance, to see what can be done. I will not do like Sean to give any indication because I'm not the Prime Minister. But I'm already in discussion with the Prime Minister to see what can be done to assist our farmers. So I want to thank you, but before leaving, I want to call on our constituents to understand that everything will not be done in 3.5 years or 5 years. I want you to work with me as your rep because you know a lot of the things that needs to be done cannot be done in 5 years. But I'm very happy that as part of this government, we have done a lot to make the lives of the people in Dennery South better. I cannot do it alone. I need your support. And if we have to continue to remain in office as a government, I would like you to just understand, work with me, that you cannot get everything you want the same day. I wish I had the money or the CDP to give everybody in Dennery who came for a contract, but it's just not possible. And so I want you to just bear with me. Let's work together, and we will get to that point where we need to get as a government, as a constituency, and to ensure that we remain in office as long as possible. I want to thank you for your presence here today, and I want to thank the Prime Minister and the Cabinet colleagues for all your support throughout the years to ensure that our party continue to deliver on its promises. I thank you.